Have you ever felt like you were not good enough? Like no matter how hard you try, something in you is still broken? What if the very thing you hate about yourself is the reason you matter the most? Listen carefully. This story might change how you see yourself forever. In a quiet village, far away from noise and crowds, lived an old water carrier. Every morning, before the sun rose, he walked miles to a deep well outside the village. His back was bent, his steps were slow, but his heart was steady. He carried water for families who depended on him every single day. Across his shoulders rested a long wooden pole. At both ends of that pole hung two clay pots. One pot was smooth, strong, and flawless. It held every drop of water until the carrier reached home. The other pot was different. It had a thin crack running along its side, not big enough to break it, but big enough to leak. Every day, the perfect pot noticed this. At first, it stayed quiet, but pride slowly filled its heart. One morning, as they walked back from the well, the perfect pot whispered, "Do you know how embarrassing you are?" The cracked pot stayed silent. The perfect pot continued, "I deliver a full pot of water every single day. You lose half before we even reach home. You are a waste of effort." The cracked pot felt pain sink deep inside. Day after day, the words continued. "You're weak. You're broken. You don't belong." The cracked pot began to believe them. Each morning, as water leaked from its crack, shame leaked from its heart. It hated itself for something it could not fix. One evening, as the sun painted the sky orange, the cracked pot finally broke its silence. Its voice trembled. "I'm sorry," it whispered to the water carrier. The old man stopped walking. "Why are you sorry?" he asked gently. The cracked pot spoke through tears. "I try so hard, but I fail every day. Because of me, your work is wasted. I am flawed. I'm useless. Please forgive me." The carrier looked at the pot with calm eyes. There was no anger, no disappointment, only understanding. He smiled softly and said, "Tomorrow, just watch carefully." The next morning, they followed the same path. The cracked pot felt heavier than usual. Shame made it heavy. But as they walked, the carrier spoke again. "Look down at the road today." The cracked pot did. And suddenly, it noticed something strange. Along its side of the path, tiny colors appeared. Red, yellow, pink, flowers. Wildflowers danced gently in the breeze. For the first time in a long while, the cracked pot forgot its sadness. It felt warmth inside. But when they reached home, reality hit again. Half the water was gone. The cracked pot sighed deeply. "I still failed," it whispered. The carrier carefully placed both pots down. Then he said words the cracked pot would never forget. "My friend, those flowers you saw today, they exist because of you." The cracked pot froze. "What do you mean?" it asked. The carrier smiled and continued, "I always knew about your crack." The cracked pot felt exposed. "So months ago, I planted flower seeds along your side of the road. Every day, as you leaked water, you watered them." The carrier paused. "You didn't lose water. You gave life." The cracked pot began to cry, not from shame, but from understanding. All this time, the carrier said softly. You thought you were broken, but your flaw created beauty. Your weakness became a gift. The perfect pot stayed silent. The cracked pot finally understood its purpose. It was never meant to be perfect. It was meant to be meaningful. Friends, this story is not about pots. It's about us. We all carry cracks, pain, failures, insecurities. We hide them. We hate them. We feel ashamed of them. But what if those cracks are watering something beautiful? What if your struggle is helping someone you don't even see? Your weakness does not make you less. It makes you human. And sometimes it makes you necessary. So the next time you feel broken, remember this. You don't have to be perfect to matter. You just have to be real. If this story touched your heart, take a moment. Look at yourself differently today. Your cracks might be changing the world quietly, and that is powerful.